Since I can't meet with people in person and talk about these masks I made, I wanted to make a little video that I can share with you, just with some information on the mask. First, I would probably hand wash these because they Colt washed his multiple times and it really loses its structure, which isn't that big of a deal because you can just like make sure it's back to its shape and it dries fine, especially once you get the filter in there. Some of them it's kind of difficult. This one is an example of one that's going to be difficult to get the filter in there, but you can. And then the reason why it's difficult is I made these little lines right here, these stitches, so that you can put a pipe cleaner in here to make the nose piece go more snug to the nose. I pre-washed all my fabric so they shouldn't shrink, and yeah, I recommend washing them by hand and letting them dry flat. I wanted to show you how to assemble the mask because I think it's important that they fit well so that they work as best as they can. So I gave everybody a safety pin and some elastic. I gave it to you in one long piece because there's two ways that you can wear the elastic and it's totally dependent on the person. So you take the safety pin and you feed it through the loop, and then you can feed it through the other loop. And then you want to put it on the way that I made this one just now. It'll wrap around the back of your head. So you put it on and you tie it. I would tie it before you cut it because once you cut it, you can't go back. So tie it, try it on. If it fits nicely, then you trim any excess elastic. So let's say right there is good. The excess elastic. And then the knot you can feed through into the mask so that you can't see it. So there's one way of wearing it. The other way is to get 2 pieces of elastic. And then tie each one. Again, put it on before you cut the sides, the excess elastic. I'm doing this quickly. You want to take your time to make sure that it fits. You don't want it too tight because I read somewhere that when you do this method where it goes around your ears, it can irritate the back of your ears if worn for a long time, so don't do it too tight. And then again, you can feed the knots through into the mask. So that's the second way you can wear it, and that goes around your ears. I would try it this way first, because once you cut the elastic into 2 pieces, you can always tie them back, the pieces back together, and then try this method. But yeah, try this method first. If you don't like it, then you can cut the elastic to be like this. The other part that I've already put into the mask for you, but if the pipe cleaner wears out, or if it's not strong enough and you want to get a different kind of wire, I'll teach you how I did this. So I measured a piece of pipe cleaner that is the size of the nose piece of the mask, and then I have these I found in Colt's stash, wire cutters, and I cut it the right length. And then I take some needle nose pliers and I fold the edge over, because this is really sharp, and not only is it hard to feed into the mask, but I don't want it poking through the fabric and poke you in the face. So just kind of curl those over. And then feed one all the way through, and then kind of turn it inside out so you can get the other side in. The second one's gonna be harder. Feed all that way through, and then push the pipe cleaner up into the nose piece really well. And then before you put it on, try and shape it a little bit, because you want to overcorrect, and then once you get it on, it should fit. It's harder to do when it's on your face. And that should stay in place. I would take the pipe cleaner out to wash it, so you can see how the pipe cleaner will get really worn out. It'll probably get even more worn out if you leave it in there to be washed. I don't know if it rusts or anything, so that's pretty much it.